A juicy.
Arage?
Nobody heard anything. No, nobody heard anything. And so the translators call ajushi a juicy. So it became a tic.
I see. Well then. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 13 of Penguindrum.
Wait, before you start, I'll even show you proof. Before you start the episode, I'll show you proof.
We don't not believe you.
No,
okay,
I have
well,
to. I have to feel like I'm lying.
That's a weird cutout, but the last episode was probably last week for you guys, but it's actually right after the last episode right now when we're recording. So I haven't really had the time to do any research into the cryptic story of Mary Had a Little Lamb blended with Garden of Eden sort of deal, and like all the things are just so incredibly abstract that my mind is just expanding and growing larger than the galaxy, and maybe by the end of this I might truly become a mad scientist. Who knows?
That's why I'll space out and let you take the lead.
Yeah, like I think the last episode you barely said anything during like the reaction.
I always say barely anything when I'm concentrating on stuff, okay?
That is true, but it's really fun to watch a reaction like that. I'm sure.
And what am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to make jokes about something?
You're supposed to talk about what you're thinking. That's the whole deal, but...
React, if you will.
How am I supposed to talk about thinking anything? Because then I feel stupid if I say anything. So I don't say anything.
Okay,
I just think to myself.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
And make sentences in my head.
Yeah, I forgot that you had trouble thinking of more than one thing at a time. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Anyways, enough rambling.
It's called an ADD symptom.
You guys know the deal. You open up your own coffee, you sync it up with Kiwi's timer, and then you enjoy anime. You know, just do it.
I thought you
also,
were
you
going
guys
to
know
say
the deal.
drill.
You like the video, you subscribe, and like, who cares about the drill? Like, man, this isn't Gurren Lagann.
I was gonna say the drill to pierce the heavens. I haven't seen Gurren Lagann.
It's a great anime. If any of you have not seen it, just go watch it. It's one of my. It's probably the only shonen that's in like my top 3. Yeah. Anyways,
let's start the anime episode. And take your brain.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a legit Weebs for you, man. Also, goddammit, the episode. Okay, it did start. I was so... I thought that it didn't load. My bad. Also, don't worry about the sound of dishes in Kiwi's background. There's actually a lot of themes here in Penguindrum, now that I think about it, that are similar in Vinland Saga. Because Vinland Saga also uses like the apple motif quite a lot.
Oh, I see.
Except it tells it in a very different way, and not as abstract as Penguindrum, of course.
And a little bit more blood and violence.
Yeah, just a little.
Vikings.
I heard that like the second season of Vinland Saga would be really quite different from the first, so that's gonna be interesting to see.
It would be less fighting. It would be less fighting and more
let's not spoil
That's what it would be.
anything about it, if we know it, of course.
I do not.
I'm not spoiling anything. I just read ahead a little bit.
I'm just a manga reader.
Like a little bit. A bird fucker.
Oh, look, those are bullets. Yes, they're definitely not anything else. Are we never gonna? No, we're gonna see the third penguin again. I know it. Himari's gonna come back to life. Actually, no, maybe.
This
Maybe...
isn't a shonen.
No, like, the ending is gonna be, like, the two brothers just sacrificing themselves to save Himari, probably.
And Himari wouldn't be happy about that.
Is it really Himari's choice, though, at that point?
But then it would be like a... It would be...
He's transferred to this hospital today. No, it wouldn't.
It would be like a continuous cycle then.
Oh yeah, it's a Penguindrum, Mawaru Penguindrum. That's exactly it. It's a cycle. Oh, look! It's the... What? Oh.
It's your
Kinda
mother's
interesting.
period blood. Haha. Haha.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. My tics are bad for some reason now.
Oh. Oh, there are
Here
these
is your
things.
butt plug, Xero.
Yeah, it is. What do they call it again, Serby? I'm not familiar with it because I don't work in labs, obviously, but...
It's an ampule. I mean, I don't think they're really used anymore. I don't know. I'd have to look into the history of ampules.
Oh man. It's like seeing a floppy disk, I guess. The Princess Kiss says Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! I was Shoma the one telling this story. It's telling such a cryptic story that tells the plot of the entire anime, but... What day? 2 years ago, ordinary life was taken from us?
The ampules are still used, but they don't look like that anymore, obviously.
I see.
Because it's a vial meant to contain a very specific amount so that you could just pull it straight up. It's pre-measured, basically.
Huh? 3 apples.
It's Grandpa.
Are they from, like, the police? Or are they from the cult? Okay, yeah.
We're going on a trip. Ho ho ho. Ho. Suck the syringe.
No.
Pickle juice. I
don't think this guy wants money.
I wanna fuck your sister.
Huh?
Oh, never mind.
What is... Are you okay, Kiwi?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Said every guy, person who wasn't okay, ever. The hideous charred heart of a scorpion. Or stark white ash. Ash, again. Scorpion, again. Why? Yeah, see? And then the bows are like the same as those bunnies.
Maybe they're both boys. I don't know. I can't tell.
I mean, does it really matter at this point?
No, it doesn't.
What matters
Thought
is
they
what they
all love
represent.
was stripped from us.
And why are they with Sanetoshi? He's a doctor. Why does the doctor have two kids walking around with him? Are any of them even real, though, to begin with?
The baby.
I'm assuming that they're staying with, like, being taken care of by other members of the cult.
They said those were police.
Oh, okay. So the police that were at their house took them under care.
I mean, it was said in the cult that at the end of everything, they ended up killing all of their members who knew too much. So maybe the kids would also be targeted by the cult members if they were not under protection.
You mean in the video? That wasn't from this anime? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's because I roasted your mom.
Maybe the uncle is helping with the investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Is he like a police officer, or...?
No, he's just cooperating with the police.
Ah, I see. So he was a member of the cult that's cooperating.
Not everyone is. Some people are just people, and if you're related to the suspect, you'll want to help the police.
Okay, that makes more sense. Sanetoshi just walking around with a bunch of yes men.
Basically.
I don't want to say this, but he's walking around with two little kids with bunny ears. Kinda sus, not gonna lie.
I mean, everything about Sanetoshi is kind of sus.
It would be no fun if the punishment ends here. Look, it's the two bunnies. What is up with this door thing?
Oh no, Kiwi.
It's making Kiwi tick.
It's
Wait.
ugly.
That's not very nice.
Who's that girl? Is that Momoka?
Natsume. I thought it was Natsume, but Momoko goes as well. I'm sorry. No, you're ugly. No, he's not. Don't trust my tics.
What kind of person are you, Sanetoshi?
Pedophile.
No.
Oh.
Stop.
No, ignore me. Ignore my tics. Ignore my tics. Ignore my tics. I'm not trying to make him look bad.
I have to defend my husband even if it is against your tics.
Schizophrenia.
Sanetoshi Superman?
Yes.
You can see the optimal path for the world. What? God damn it. Yeah, I don't. So you're going to challenge fate?
Don't talk over him, Zero. That's rude.
Fine, I'll just say silent the entire fucking reaction, alright?
No.
You too.
That penguin mask looks really. Not mask hat looks really cute. If only had no beak.
That world
It's the crystal
destiny.
pussy.
What? No.
I'm sorry.
The destiny of fate thing?
Why are there bugs in a hospital?
What is going on? What is this sculpture?
I was about to ask you.
Team solo mid? I see you, esports.
Ty sucks, Mom.
All of a sudden
sorry.
your tick got really bad, Kiwi.
I don't know why it happened. Maybe because I was thinking too hard.
And these two girls.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Fucking Natsume. When you talk about crushing, it's gotta be Natsume, right?
Hmm.
What she said was interesting, though. Oh. There's just so much to take from this anime. I could just analyze it frame by frame and think about it really, really hard.
Hmm.
I could probably come up with something, but then putting them all together. How do I put them all together?
Universe.
You're paid a sufficient price? Yeah, who was that? Oh yeah, we don't know who the other person is yet.
Hmm.
She's probably in the same anime this time, though.
Frog. Her. Okay, good. No one
Why are
heard that one.
these three cats? Black cats. Also, wait, did we ever get an explanation for the scars on his
Not
hand?
yet. Not yet.
Explosion.
This is a really interesting reaction to watch.
It's Megumin's fault.
It's quite unique to YouTube, definitely.
I'm sorry. me having a tick. Me having tics.
Don't worry, guys. Even though we're talking, we're reading. We'll discuss it fully.
I like that she's finally actually speaking what's been on her mind her whole life.
Yeah.
That's a lie, you're blind. I'm sorry. I should mute my dick. I should mute myself. No, if I don't, then I'll be completely quiet throughout the whole episode.
You know better. The Frog Park? What? I just noticed that. Suginami Frog Park.
So you go take your frogs for a walk.
True. Oh no. When I think of frogs. Oh, jeez. Has Ringo finally... Yeah, she's finally shown improvement.
Show me your panties and shut the fuck up.
Okay, Kanba. Penguin
Okay.
number 1.
But he has the same eyes as Kanba.
Oh.
Oh, it's over? That was a fast episode. Wait, sister? Oh my god, it's been 26 minutes.
Oh, this anime.
I'm just going to cheat and search up what apples mean in Japanese culture because it's
that won't get you.
That won't help you.
It might. It's got two very specific meanings for Penguindrum.
It's gay.
I apologize for tics. It's not something that she can control. And if it brought you out of like the rewatching the episode with us, then yeah, it's not something that then you probably wouldn't be here. But
what
yeah,
it is, yeah.
yeah.
It makes our experiences unique.
Definitely.
I'm very.
It's alright,
I'm very
Kiwi.
sorry.
We know what you're trying to say.
Good.
Yeah. My god.
Ugly chickens.
I don't think binge watching this show is possible.
It's a heavy show to try and binge, that's for sure.
I would definitely not recommend binge watching this to anybody. I just feel like I want to just
like reading
go frame by frame, take notes, and like search up meanings and framing, and that's what I want to do. But I don't have enough time, and I need to connect the pieces in the discussion. Yet,
that's why that's always been my recommendation to people, because I can't recommend Penguindrum to too many people for obvious reasons. But it's like if I do, as I go through and watch it once, just and take what you can out of it. Then after you've seen the whole thing, like there's lots of people talking about like the meanings behind Penguindrum and what they got out of it. And then if you can rewatch it a second time, it's even better.
Don't touch kids. That's bad.
That's
You're not
true.
wrong. But yeah. Yeah, there's so much in all these shots that are just amazing.
Yeah. I can't comment about every single one of them, but hey,
yeah,
I just want you guys to know that I do appreciate them. And there's also so much that can like be interpreted in many different ways. And I think that's the beautiful thing about cinematography, is that there is its essence of like self-interpretation that you can get from each shot. It means different.
That's what I've heard
to different people.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people criticize Ikuhara's work, being like, how can something be good if there is no like concrete answer or whatever? Like, there's just people who don't like that, like, choose your own interpretation kind of ending. Which, I mean, to some extent I understand, but I disagree completely. I feel like it's special in that aspect of that it can mean something however you want it to. It's not that it, like, people say it's like lazy writing or whatever. I'm like, I disagree.
No, this is not lazy writing. This, if writing a story that can be self-interpreted to many different ways by many different people, it's probably one of the most difficult things you can do. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Writing an isekai story that shows you every single thing and every little stat that increases is not that hard. You just gotta do a lot of writing. But like, to make a twist onto it and like make it something new, like how Spider did, now that increases the difficulty level. And then here, like, presenting it common anime and then like in the beginning having it be like really funny and all of this is like comedic anime. It's like very lighthearted, very wholesome, and then making it into something different, opening people's eyes to different perspectives, and especially talking about something that's as heavy as Penguindrum is, and yet still like making it presentable for many different people to understand in their own different way. I think it's a beautiful part of the show. And while my words might not do it justice, eventually I'll come up with words that might be able to. Once I finish this series, hopefully.
Jessica.
Yes, I agree with you. That's probably one of the words I would use to describe this anime.
The reason I'm not speaking about the anime right now is because I have a tick. It's because of my tics.
Okay.
I don't think
we
everything I would
understand.
say would be taken seriously.
Yo, it's fine. We understand. The viewers understand as well. Or else they wouldn't be here watching our discussion to begin with. You'd probably already clicked off the video, but it's normal. At least our Penguindrum viewers you guys are just amazing, and I know that you guys actually watched the video all the way through. Like, props to you. So first, Sanetoshi comes in and saves Himari's life with miracle medicine that he takes out of an apple. What? I'm not Christian, so I don't really know that much. I'll probably have to read up on it a bit more to know like the details, but like what exactly is contained within the fruit of wisdom?
So in the biblical like Garden of Eden, basically Adam and Eve had free reign to the entire garden, but they were told just don't eat the fruit of this one specific tree, as it contains basically the knowledge of all good and evil and just the world, and it's too much for you to handle, basically, is what he said. And so they were content. They lived out, they were like perfect life in the garden with no problems. Like it's a perfect place. But then this serpent comes up to Eve and is basically like, you can go everywhere, but you can't have this one thing, right? And he tempts her into tasting the fruit. And when she does, all the knowledge of good and evil and just the world and all that, suddenly she realizes like she's naked, and like all these like morality and all this other like good and evil, all these concepts that were just kind of null in the garden. Suddenly, like, she knows all of this, and she goes and she gets Adam to taste the fruit also. And then God comes back and basically says, well, you've now been soiled, you can't stay here anymore. And he banishes them out of the garden.
So basically the story that we got last episode, but just a new remix.
Yeah, like I said, the story from the last episode is this weird combination of the original sin and Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? It's such a weird, amalgamation of the two.
The snake with the rabbits, and then there's still the temptation, and then there's the punishment at the end as well. But I think as like the fruit of wisdom itself, and like contains all the knowledge of the world, isn't that what Sanetoshi was talking about? Is that maybe why I'm sorry, my mind is going faster than my mouth can move. Isn't that why Sanetoshi is like seen in some sort of library thing? And like some library place, like the destination of fate or whatever that place might be called, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he's talking about stuff like he knows like the outcome of the world or something like that. I forget exactly what he says, but it seems like he knows like destiny. He knows the fate of the world, or in some capacity. He also feels like he's isolated in that place that only he can see, and yet there's this one other person, this one girl, apparently, who I'm guessing is Momoka? Or maybe it's Himari? I don't know. It's a little girl with red hair. I don't think it's Himari. It's probably Momoka. And only she can see it as well. And he loves her, but she rejects him. And what am I even saying? Where am I even going with this?
It just sounds like you're telling a bad love story.
Yeah. This feels like a bad rom-com. I don't know. I don't understand myself. The hideous charred heart of a scorpion. What? Okay, it's obviously the scorpion thing that they were talking about last episode
Smoke.
that we saw in Kanba. And I'm guessing it has to do with self-sacrifice, but like, speaks in such an abstract matter.
Yeah, but the King Kong. Kanba. Why is Kanba someone with a scorching hot dick? A scorpion heart and like ash heart. If he's willing to sacrifice himself for his younger sister.
That goes back to the night at the Galactic Railroad. But
Yeah, I think that's the whole deal. Like, he has a scorpion heart thing because he's willing to sacrifice himself for someone else.
Again with the flawed kindness. Again. I have been seeing it in Monogatari, I have been seeing it in Fruit Basket, and now in Penguindrum. Penguin.
Well, that would be certainly the name of an anime.
Penguindrum.
I find this really interesting, though. Like, is Sanetoshi, like, supposed to represent the goddess in the story? And, like, because, like, the two buddies are hanging out with him, and obviously the buddies are just there to tempt Mary into stealing the ash from the torch.
Yeah.
Or is Sanetoshi simply, like, or the buddy's
I'm a
not part of,
trickster.
like, the goddess, and they're, like, he's just somebody who wants to fight fate itself. Wants to go
Zero,
against the
something that I've
natural order.
learned. Okay, something that I've learned from Serbit is that she'll never like a bad guy. How do I know that? Because I was surprised that she likes Rokudo Mukuro from Reborn until he came onto the side of the good guy. So don't trust Serbi.
She'll never
There's
like
no
a
way
bad
that-
guy.
that's not
She
true
says that
at
she
all.
likes Podimus. Podimus
And
of all
Bondru.
Never
people.
mind.
I love
Never
Bondru.
mind. I forgot.
He's not a
I
good
forgot
guy.
that Podimus. I forgot about Podimus.
There are
Okay,
plenty of
sorry.
villains that I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I mean,
You just don't
I
like
can-
Rachel.
I don't. She's just a bitch.
Bad taste.
yeah, she's not qualified to even be a villain, to be honest.
Trash taste.
Oh, the podcast? Let's see. You know, you gotta promote the smaller channels. And
Yes.
here, yes! You two search for the Penguindrum together. Who are you talking about? Who's searching for it together? Are you talking about Mario? No.
Luigi.
They're obviously... Are they... Oh...
Zero. We agree that we will not mention the name of the kid.
Yeah, I know. My
Why
brain
has
just
so done this to
cannot
me?
handle it anymore.
I just was rewatching. I linked it too in the chat if you were curious to see it. But the story of the Scorpion Fire from Night at the Galactic Railroad.
Ah,
Basically, the Scorpion was dying, and he kind of was looking back on his life and seeing like how many people he'd killed and how many lives he'd wasted, and he regretted it. And so he asked that he could have his body set aflame so that he could basically be a warning to those in the future not to like throw away life so easily, and could like make them better, whatever. I can't words
Yum,
right
yum.
now, but then his body set aflame and he's set into the night sky, and he's the constellation Scorpio.
So what you're saying is that
I
at the
linked it
end
so you guys, if you're
of
curious.
this anime,
I don't explain it
Our
very
fucking-
well.
beloved main characters are all gonna burn to death. Is that it? In order to save Himari? God damn it.
Burn the asses of the sinners. Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
I could actually picture Kiwi being like some sort of crazy inquisitor. Seems
feel
like
like
he's
he's
talking
talking to-
to the Yeah, to the
Natsume.
Maiden of the Crystal. What?
I love you were both so on track. You're like having the same thought, and then you just diverged instantly.
Well, why do you think he's talking to Natsume when they're showing this penguin head?
There is a misunderstanding. I agree with you that he's talking to the Maiden of the Crystal. I was talking about the two dicks. I was talking about when he mentioned like you two. I was thinking of Natsume, Italian kid. I was thinking about Natsume and the kid when he was mentioning the two, but I also wanted to say this.
Well,
I keep on forgetting that for me to say something, I have to say words. I have to make a sentence, not just say a word.
damn. Welcome to the Legit Weebs channel, guys. This is the level of commentary you're gonna get. The only one who could see the same scenery as I. See you again in that world. What world are you talking about? Why are there multiple worlds?
Wait, was Momoka the chosen one from the very beginning? Was
Quite
Ringo?
possibly.
Was Ringo right? Was Ringo
Because-
right? Was Momoka the chosen?
Friggin' Momoka has a diary that tells the future. What is that? How does she have
it looks
that?
Like Momoka. It looks like Momoka is running around while Sanetoshi is speaking about his dick. But Sanetoshi is speaking about his wife.
What? This discussion is so hard to have. I'm sorry.
Sorry as well. That's why I was staying quiet. I should just mute myself throughout the whole discussion.
No,
Maybe
no,
you
don't.
just need to
You're
be
good, Kiwi. You're
I'm
good.
really embarrassed.
It's just funny. I'm sorry. I want to hear what you have to say. Don't be quiet.
My face hurts. It hurts.
You just caught me off guard with that one. Yes, she was running around and stuff while he's talking about his feelings and his connection with her.
It looked like Momoka was the one who was running around, and he was like mentioning that she was his fated one, seeing the same scenario as he was, and then he fell in love with her instantly, like his dick did. And so basically, he's gay. Basically, like the whole thing that's happening seems like it's pointing towards Momoka being kind of like the fated one, or the special one, or the dick, pussy. She's a pussy, he's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how biology works. Great, thanks, thank you. So basically, yeah.
Yeah. I can't comment because I know the answers.
Okay. Calm down, Zero. You got this.
I love how it sucks at you. It's beautiful.
Oh.
That frog looks like it's giving oral to something.
I'm crying.
Oh dear. That was not the thought that came to my mind.
Why am I laughing so hysterically after like a depressing episode of Penguindrum?
It's because you're a comedian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. Got this. I don't got this.
I love this scene where Ringo just comes out and says the thing that's been on her mind,
Okay, yes, good.
rather than keeping it bottled in.
Okay, yeah. We finally get to see some actual improvement from Ringo here, and she's like accepting a lot of things. Come get
She's
turned
just
to the lot.
She follows it up by texting her dad, basically accepting the fact that he's moved on and has started a new relationship, and she wants to
Yeah,
re-enter that part of his life and not try and cling on
Because-
to the past that isn't coming back.
yeah, that was like the
Yeah,
whole
but
reason
you
for
can
her
also-
acting like Momoka to begin
Yeah.
with, right? Like she thought that she could bring her family back.
You can see that she's having a really hard time.
Mhm.
Kind of, she's accepting it, but she's still having hard time accepting it, like by her face, her demeanor.
And I like
That
when it's talking about how she still clings on to like that whole I love fate and the idea of like that fated encounter that can change your life. Which is kind of funny because in this context, Shoma really is that fated encounter for her. He's the one that
Yeah.
derailed her from this whole path that she's been putting herself on.
And her
I think-
parents railed her sister. Ha ha ha.
Oh dear. But he basically swooped in and changed the whole direction of her life in that kind of entire way that she's speaking of. It wasn't what she was expecting it to be, but she's
Mhm.
kind of starting to realize it. I don't know. I love it.
If not for Shoma, she'd still be like sleeping under Tabuki Sensei's house, really creepily.
Should still be gay.
And like, who has the other half of the notebook, the diary, I should say?
Mhm.
Because Natsume is finally gonna find out here.
Oh, I was thinking about who might have the second book, like the half of the book of the diary. But my tick started to suck a dick. My tick started to get out of hand, and I kind of forgot. But I had like this crazy thought about who could have the diary because I feel like they were introduced already. But I forgot, so I don't know.
Okay.
Is it Yuri? Maybe? Probably. I mean,
That's
I'm guessing it
lesbian.
was a woman.
That's a lesbian suggestion.
I can assure you that I am a straight male. Okay, so if we're gonna go off of like maybe like good storytelling, I suppose, like foreshadowing and stuff like that, then yeah, I can see it as being like a character that has already been introduced. A lot of stories like to use this tactic, and where they switch a character that has already been introduced into a new light, so that when they reveal the character, we're like shocked, like, oh my god, yeah, it was totally this character. So maybe Yuri, maybe she has some sort of agenda as to why she got close to Tabuki Sensei. Perhaps there's some ordeal with that, but yeah, we don't know just yet. Honestly, a girl like that with Tabuki? Now that I think about it, is it really just innocent love? I have a feeling that it's not.
That would be too simple for Penguindrum.
Yeah, probably. There's a much darker reason behind it. And Tabuki here just seems like the innocent... No, wait. Is he an innocent bystander? What's up with this scar? What is the scar all about? He has that since he was a kid. Does it have something to do with Momoka? Does it have something to do with the diary? What? Like, do you remember when, oh my god, I don't want to remember, but when Ringo finally got the frog thing onto Tabuki and stuff happened. And then Yuri walks in, and then she's like, all okay with it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Alright. That was kind of weird. It was a really weird interaction. Like, sus. He's the
She
imposter.
likes sticks. She's weird. What I wanted to say is that her future husband likes birds, so of course that his wife would be weird. But my ticks like but.
I think that's just a prejudice against birds.
Yeah,
Your own prejudice against bird.
That's just you, Kiwi.
I think after some time, after giving it some thought and like mumbling it to myself, I might come up with something better.
In Idolish 7, I would be considered a perfect age. Serbian 0 would be considered grandma and grandpa. So, you kids, you said makes sense.
What?
Anyways.
I like this played after we were recording.
If you somehow reached this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I was able to like
Go and suck something.
decipher.
It's healthy.
Don't do. Well, if you want to, then that's your life. But I'm sorry if I was not able to decipher everything. This is still my first time watching, and like this show is just so incredibly heavy, and there's so much. I can tell that there's so much.
Any Penguindrum fan would ever expect you to get literally everything. Like I've watched this quite a few times now, and I'm still noticing things for the first time.
Oh yeah, like the Alpha Lee reference. Man. Anyways, yeah, once again,
Kiwi
thank you so much for watching.
Terrified. Kiwi in the recording.
If you want to see Kiwi's tics and like me mumbling over stuff to myself and getting nowhere, then like and subscribe. You know, that's something that you could do, maybe. Either way,
I am very sorry.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm sorry.
Later, dudes.
Bye.